Hey friends, welcome back to the My Inner Struggle podcast. I'm your host, Laura Ferry. I'll be really honest with you. It's late, I'm tired, and part of me thought about completely skipping this week's episode. But then I remembered all of the things that I've said, and I made a commitment to be here with you. And sometimes showing up doesn't mean being perfect, polished, or full of energy. Sometimes it just means showing up, holding space, and being present. So today's episode is short, simple, and from the heart. I want to talk about what it looks like to keep going when you're tired, about consistency, honoring your commitments, and giving yourself grace along the way, or maybe nothing at all. Because here's the truth, it doesn't have to be perfect to matter. Progress is always better than perfection. And if you ever felt exhausted but still wanted to keep moving forward, this episode is for you. Come get uncomfortable with me. Welcome back to the My Inner Struggle podcast. This is episode 74, and I'm recording this with video on my phone now because the app that I use isn't working. And literally, I'm on here to give you a quick pep talk tonight because I'm not prepared. And I thought, about scrapping the whole thing and not doing it this week, but consistency means more than anything. And I'm showing up for you because I care. And I want to show a mom side that doesn't always get seen. I joke about it, but I dropped my oldest off at college yesterday. She turned 19 a few weeks ago, and it's really fucking weird as you navigate through this. I've never felt more adult in my life, and walking around the campus, I felt so old, even though I feel so young all the time. But I wanted to just show up vulnerable tonight and just have a few words and give you a little pep talk to get you through your week. School starts next week for us, which is probably late compared to a lot of people, I think. And I'm sure there are lists upon lists that I should be reviewing right now and going out and buying shit for school. But I haven't even touched that yet because I've been focusing on getting my oldest out the door and meeting with clients and, meeting with prospective clients and just pulling all the things together. And I didn't do it yet. And I'm sure I should be going through clothes and going clothes shopping and doing all of that stuff, but I haven't been there yet, and that's okay. I don't know anybody else that doesn't really do major back to school shopping. I felt like that was in my life for a long time. There was, everybody's like, oh, did you do back to school shopping? And I'm the outcast that's like, well, it's hot for the first fucking 3 weeks of school. So why am I going to buy new shorts for them to wear for 2 weeks before we put them away and we take out the sweaters? I'm not going to. So I never really went overboard back to school shopping because I feel like it's pointless. I'll get them like 1 or 2 new things to mix in and feel confident and good. But other than that, I think the kind of new things or whatever would appear when it actually changes the season. Because who wants to sit in the classroom all day in sweaty clothes just because they're, they look cool? I might have an unpopular opinion, so I apologize if I offend you. Actually, I kind of don't. But I know there's a lot of bullshit that I should be focused on right now. And sometimes it's just too much. And you just have to show up as you are, honest and vulnerable. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Because it's 9 o'clock the night before the podcast is due, and I've had a lot on my plate. I just onboarded several new contractors onto my team to help other businesses and just organizing that and prospecting new clients and talking about building my own business and the brand and my Inner Struggle blog, and all of that is exhausting sometimes, but I'm having the fucking time of my life at the same time. It's all that extra stuff. I'm really kind of bummed that summer is ending because I feel like I didn't even get a chance. I feel like every time I had the kids and it was like we had time, it was like raining outside or miserable and mosquito-y and whatever else. So we didn't do as many adventures as I thought we would this summer, but it turns out fall is my favorite anyway. So now I'm going to put some stuff on the calendar and see what we can explore and do together. But it was an interesting summertime. I feel like I blinked and it disappeared. You know what? Life is funny like that. We blink and it's past us or beyond us. And we often wait for motivation or inspiration to show up before we take action. on doing those things, but the truth is showing up consistently is what creates the momentum, which is why I didn't really want to break and not do an episode tonight. I know that sounds like silly, but it's like a mental game, right? It'd be the same if you were exercising every day, which I will be doing after I record this podcast, because I really need to keep consistent, because otherwise I fall off. And that's just how I am. And that is how, we do things in the Self-Love Club, is by creating these like daily habits that make up your day so that you can be consistent towards your change. So there is a certain amount of power in keeping your word, not I don't want to say, because I never want you to do something out of obligation, but there are certain things that need to be done, and to keep continuing showing up on this project that I'm doing, I think is important to me and my end goal. And it's important to the people that I serve, and that I remain consistent. Every time you follow through, you build like self-trust with yourself. And I'm going to pat myself on the back tonight saying, you showed up, you did it. It wasn't perfect, it's okay, but you'll do better next time. And I'm sure that no matter what, someone is getting something out of this, even if it's just like, yeah, I'm tired too. Yeah, I didn't buy any school supplies yet. Yeah, I didn't take my kids back to school shopping. Yeah, I don't have an endless budget for, supplies and fundraisers and all of these other things. It's really hard for families right now, me included. I have 3 kids and that I'm trying to support, and it's very difficult when there's things in every single direction that you have to address, and you're only relying on yourself, or even families all the time on Facebook. People are, looking for help. And I think that's important. I think that you should ask for help, especially if it's not even like money, but it's like things, clothes for the kids. There's no shame in that. It helps the environment too. And kids grow out of clothes and phase out of clothes so frequently. Why not lean on each other and swap some stuff and help somebody else out? I love doing that. And it makes me feel good that I can help somebody else that isn't in a great position, because it means the world to them and they appreciate it. And I love that it's not going to a landfill. So anything that we can do to lean on each other and honor our commitment to each other, to serve and just take care of each other as a community. Consistency doesn't mean burnout. And I'm not burnt out. I'm just an overwhelmed mom right now. But I'm saying it with a smile, because I don't know what word I want to say. I was going to say it's not taxing. I'm tired, but I'm also enjoying all of the things. And I also give myself a lot of freedom sometimes, which is the beauty of owning your own business, because that level of success is freedom for me. And that's why I did it, because I didn't want to sit in 4 walls every day, day after day, and not be able to go outside and take a walk in the middle of the day or whatever, because I don't want to confine to that. I made my own path, essentially. So I'm not talking about burnout in this case. I think consistency doesn't mean burnout. It means knowing when you take the small step instead of pushing for the giant leap. So, which is why I'm just showing up for you tonight, raw, honest, few minutes, and done is better than perfect sometimes. And I am who I am, and I don't mind being raw and honest. It's all from the heart, and I'm just choosing to do that tonight instead. And so at least I'm still showing up for you, and you know that I love you and I care about you. Someone needs to hear your message, even if it comes out unpolished. So same thing goes for you. So if you're listening to this and you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're stretched thin, this is your permission slip. Do the next small step and let that be enough. Let it be okay. We're over volunteering ourselves and we're being pulled in many different directions. Ask yourself, where can I show up imperfectly this week, just to keep moving forward? Because a little step is better than no step. And if you want support in learning how to show up with grace and consistency, that is exactly what we go through in the Self-Love Club. So that is the online offering that I offer for women, both in a business sense, because there are multiple coaching calls throughout the week. For our own personal growth is the Self-Love Circle on Sunday evenings at 7. And for the female business owner, it's at Wednesdays at 10. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'd love to have you join us. And if you are local, get your ticket to my empowerment event October 3rd. Tickets are going fast and there are only so many. They are limited and you do need to purchase a ticket to attend. There's going to be other female entrepreneurs that will be speaking, and it's really going to be a super fun experience, and I'm really excited about it. I hosted my first empowerment party a few years ago during my launch, and it was pretty awesome that people were able to show up for me in that moment, take a chance. Strangers, people I have never met before too. So that's how you make these great connections. So I want you to pour into your cup tonight and every day for the coming week until I'm back with you again next week. But show up imperfect. It's okay. Show up for yourself. That's okay. And you should be every single day. And what can you do today to love yourself a little bit more, to pour into your own cup and let some of the obligations go? We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to show up with the fancy cupcakes or, I don't know, everything done perfect, dressed to the T, like whatever. It doesn't matter. Just stop. Just stop trying to be perfect and just show up authentically. I will see you next week. And as always, I am thinking of you and sending you love.